Okay, good evening. How's everybody doing? I realize I should probably turn down my music even further. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everybody. It's another chilled out Friday evening with a man who hasn't slept very well. And I'm still making a game. So it has been a long time since I touched this. So forgive me if I'm a little unfamiliar with all the shit I've done. For any of you who are curious as to what's going on here, this man, this giant vision cone around his face, this giant weirdly textured cone. I'm not sure where I stole that texture from, but I did. I'm making a stealth game. I'm making a little top-down stealth game. Where are we at? Because we've got right. Cause last time, cause we've got movement. I turned off their movement for a reason. Okay. So I've got the movement, I've got the capturing, which is still... The movement's still a little janky with the sphere following. That... Yeah. Yeah, that's still a bit janky, so I need to fix that at some point. But I think the problem I was having was that... I think the problem I was having was that ignore those errors. The problem I was having is that they're supposed to see the tail as well, but anytime the tail enters, it becomes unseen. So actually, because that means that, I walk in and I'm seen, and it goes green again. Also, I can't move sideways like that, so the ball is too close. There it works. But he still kills me. So it's still working. It's just a visual problem. So we go into the detection. We go into the blueprints. Let's find out what's going on. Now he has to die. Right, so. Okay. Okay, so the check is always... We're playing this on tick with no delay. And we're checking if player is seen. Find references, please. Okay. So this clearly doesn't... Right. Loser, baby. Loser, goddamn baby. Fucked up little whiny bitch, but you're a loser just like me. So, this checks if either the third person character and then the folder. This is one of the issues I have with blueprints, is that they are more linear than regular code, which is a little difficult in situations like these where I need to check for two things. So you check. So it checks for the third person character, but it only checks. And it only checks for the follow tail. It only checks for the follow tail if it doesn't detect the character, which means that if it detects the character, then it'll automatically go to there. But if it doesn't detect Yeah. No, that should still work. Because that should still work. That should work. Right, the problem must be here. Okay, this will be my problem. Because... So... Yeah. This is the end overlap. Because if it stops detecting the player character, it just goes, whoop, set scene to nothing. We're done. Yeah, that's just the transferring over to the variable that exists here. But if it ends on the character but not the tail, I think I just need to make these two separate things. Like, can I duplicate this? Okay. All right. Okay. So you can only... it has to run linearly. It has to run linearly. I can't do... Because if it doesn't, it'll try and run the two things at the same time, and then it'll break. So... I've got nothing here. I've got nothing here for when it for when it doesn't detect for when it detects the player but not the tail. Because if it ends the overlap on the player, then I think we just No, that's not the one. There we go. Here I am, stuck in the shithole with you. It should just be the inverse of the one above it, right? Right? Right. Can I do this with... No. No. Don't get clever. Don't get clever. Don't get clever. Don't try and make it fancy. Because this, yeah. So let's compile that, save it, and run it. Okay, so first one's do, sneaky, 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 grab. Oh, I've got a ball, I've got a ball. Okay. Oh, he's detected me. Oh, he's detected the ball. Oh. I'm being stupid. Right. Because the problem is obviously in the begin overlap. Because it's when it detects the... It's when it detects the tail. It's when it detects the tail, not when it detects the player. Huh. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to... head's a little empty. Tidying code. Right. So let's run the logic again. Something begins some object begins overlapping with the cone. We check if it's the third person, like, we cast the third person character, basically verify, is this the object? If yes, set character to is seen. If no, then check is it the follow tail? If yes, is seen, player is seen. If not, then player is not seen. Is that what the problem is? Is the casting of the follow tail failing? When in doubt, we turn to our old friend, print to screen. So let's run this. Because I'm pretty sure one of their cones is overlapping with, yeah, because that one's cone is overlapping with the wall there. Okay. Now, that has just made me realize something. Because it's not the cast's not failing. I just realized what the fucking problem might be. Because I am being very stupid. And I have done this kind of thing before. I made this mistake back in high school once. I'm not looking at my test data. Because here's the thing. This guy, his thing isn't overlapping with a wall. This guy's is. So whoop, text meets text fine. So let's pick him up and see if I get the same issue with the other guy. I do get the same issue with the other guy. Okay, so it's not detecting the wall and causing a problem there. So that's not it. Can I make this easier? Is there an on event begin overlap? Because I'm sure I can change the type of collision on the tail, and that might kill two birds with one stone, and solve my my issue. On component hits. Okay. Okay. No, I haven't got anything. It would have to be... Yeah, it would have to be like when a solid object hits this thing, and the way I've set the cones up is that they are physical objects in the world that do not have they really don't have collision. So that's not going to work. That's for touchscreens. Piss. Okay. I think I need to set this to be a lot more. Because also I think that's going to maybe help with our following issue. Yeah. Yeah, 100 kind of seems... That's a hell of a fucking radius, though. Right. Right, the enemy... Okay, maybe I should actually read these errors. Access none trying to read property. Because this will be the detection. Right. Let's just have a quick check. Right. Okay. God damn it, no, I want that. I want the output log open. God damn it. That. Okay. Okay, I did get the errors. Set is seen graph. Execute graph enemy AI. Alright, so this is the thing, is the other thing with fucking Blueprints, is because it's a visual system, it doesn't give you like line numbers to show you where the errors are, so your compiler's kind of fucking useless. Your debugger, well, yeah. Morally changing herself. Yeah. See, this is the same error. It's the same error because the issue is here. The issue is here when it's going, oh god, what do I do? But I think those are acceptable errors. I think those are the ones where it's like, we don't actually know really what to do when we don't see shit. This shouldn't actually be that complicated. I can do that. I could do this. I could do this in one fucking if statement in C#. Okay. That's OBS. I forget this doesn't shrink. Okay, so it is a visual issue, but it is a big problem because that visual cue is one of the really important things. And you're not actually overlapping precisely a wall, are you? Nyum. Nyum. Sorry. That's quite fun to do. Right. Okay. Right. That's the movement. That's the basic movement, which I'm going to need to rebuild at some point anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to reduce that down to 75. See if it helps. Still, whenever I have the balls, it's still making the camera go a bit weird. I do not know why. think the camera's a bit janky. The camera goes a bit jank. Yeah, like that. There's that little jump there. Camera goes a bit jank there. In a couple of places. It's weird. Right. Okay, because they never saw me. So this is an issue for when they don't see me. Because I didn't actually trigger the volumes at all. It might be... Oh, I know what those errors are. Those errors are... They are trying to... Yeah, the objects are gone and they're trying to access things that are outside their objects, so they're freaking out. Which is great. Still have no idea how to fix that. Because the color changing thing is over here. And it's every tick, it just checks is player is seen. And player is seen is set over here. As we default to... Right. So the player enters, it goes red. And then it feels another component actor enter. But it's when the component begins overlap. So we get the follow tail. So it casts the third person character. Don't matter if it... Always label your code, kids. Player singular. I'm not making this shit multiplayer. I ain't fighting that particular dragon. That doesn't make any sense, because this is called every single frame. So, it should be checking if player is seen. But we've checked. And we've checked, and it still kills you. It still kills you when you run into somebody. Because, yeah, we got direct hit. We cast the enemy AI. Enemy AI 1. And then we ask the question, is seen. Can we use that? And if it's true, then we hit the quick game. And that works. This works. And then there's all this bullshit mad maths down here. Just literally just for adding up points and determining scores. Although I'm going to need to change my... my multipliers. So, yeah. And is seen is the variable in the player character, because that's why we're casting. Because that's why we're casting in here. Player is seen is only ever set to. Player is seen is only ever set to the same as is seen. And default's at not. What happens if I put it default as it is? Like about everything? Yeah. See, that's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. Nope, still has the same problem. That didn't trigger. The tail just does not trigger. Whoop, that created more. Because this is the thing, is... pick it up. This is the thing. I'm here. You can see me. I'm colliding with the thing. Still kills me. Which only happens when player is seen as set to be the right thing. What's the fucking deal? Okay, so set is seen. What happens if I set is seen to be fucking default true? What happens if I do that? Kills me. But it doesn't check this. Which is mental. Huh. It must be defaulting to its original element. It must be defaulting to its original material. If we set player is seen to default as false, well, that's back where we fucking started. And the cone naturally has a completely different element. Naturally has a completely different material. Right. I'm going to try something stupid. And I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to swap the materials around and see what that does. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm floundering a little bit here. Let's see. Oh. 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 Yeah, it literally just inverts the fucking problem. Yeah, it just inverts the problem. Daft. That's weird. That's so weird. Yeah, player scene is only ever set here. And that's what it's checking for the materials. I don't check it. I don't It is seen as the mirror variable that I'm using in the player. The only thing I do with the enemy AI is blowing it up when we run into it with to get the tail. Interesting. I don't have a bloody clue what this does. I don't have a bloody clue what the problem is. But it is unfortunately a problem that we can't really deal with until we move on. We can't really move on until we deal with. Yes, thank you for the autosave. Because this is pretty key. If a player can't tell when they're being seen, that causes problems. See, it's not defaulting to its original material, because I've used the mannequin material there, and they've become that weird blotchy thing. This should be checking every single frame. This should be getting called every single frame. Let's just see if this makes it behave itself. Son of a bitch. Okay, that's not useful at all. That's not going to work. It's not going to help. Nobody's going to believe that shit. It's got to be in the overlap. It's got to be in the overlap. It's got to be with this. I wonder what would happen. Jesus, sorry, I got a message on Discord. Lost my fucking train of thought there. But yes. So what happens if I swap these around? And I make this one the... Right, make it check for the follow tail first. And not the player character. What happens if I do that instead? Still detects me. Still sees me. I have a thing. Oh, that solves our issue! Oh, that solves our problem! Ha! I don't know why it solves our problem, but it solves our problem! Every programmer ever. This is the real truth. Is that programmers don't actually know what they're doing. Programmers, like, fully do not know what they're doing. It is all witchcraft and prayer and occasionally sacrificing a goat or an intern. Like, that's the only way that any of this gets made. Just gonna double check that I haven't broken anything with my exit thing. Boop, 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 boop. Come with me. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. I think we're good there. Right, there is a slight... Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. This is bullshit. So I get in. A little problem where... Oh no! Oh no, if the... Yeah, if it's still overlapping just the tail, then I'm good. I think the problem is that the cone is a 3D object, not a 2D object. And the ball is just a little bit too short if you get too close to somebody. Because, yeah, if I go follow tail, yeah, and it's sitting there. If it gets to here, it stops colliding. Stops colliding. So you stop, of course, it'll stop seeing it if it gets too close, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem with these guys. I mean, this is where I wish that the collision meshes for this is where I wish that the collision meshes for certain things were a lot more easily manipulated, because the collision setup for this is static. It is a cone. I can't take handles and move shit. Oh, hey! Hey, Victor, I did not see you in the chat there. Sorry, I was too busy concentrating on the thing. I don't know what the fuck I just said either, but... Yeah, because what I'm thinking is essentially keep the visible mesh as a cone, bloop, and then, but in fact, extend it out to be like a, oh yeah, yeah, I get, programmers are basically just people who attempt to harness the eldritch forces of mathematics and code, and to try and understand what any of that is will drive a man to madness. Somewhat like staring upon the face of God. But anyway, back to triangles. Because I am planning, what I'm thinking is, we've got the cone as kind of our thing, kind of tapers out to the point there. What I'm thinking is kind of turning it into like a wedge shape, like that, with the collision box. But yeah, you just scam a rocket at doing math. But yeah, take the cone, turn it into a wedge shape, because then we'll have the up and down. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen, because that's not what you guys can see. Because then we'll have the up and down coverage here, so that you can't, you don't have the problem where if you escape by the skin of your teeth, then it just won't collide. Because that also means that unless they're running straight up behind you, they can't catch you by hitting your tail, unless your tail is particularly long, which is bad, because that's the core of the gameplay, is that the tail gets longer, you get more points for dropping it off, but the game becomes harder. It's a nice little natural loop. But yeah, that's the thing, is like I've got the static mesh, I've got the character movement, I've got the mesh, I've got the character. That's the only thing with an actual collider. This is like event overlap with an object. So unless I change the shape of the object, can I change the shape of the object? Can I just go in Blender and make a new object and be like, fuck it, use this? That's probably what I should do. I should probably go into Blender and fix that and just make a thing, just make a big wedge and use that. Because the game is purely seen from top-down perspective. Like, there's no camera control. So I could probably do some fuckery with a perspective trick. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to do that today, because that's something that's going to take me like an annoying amount of time, and I can't be bothered booting up Blender, so I'm going to write that down as a thing to do for next time. Note. Go into Blender and make a vision wedge. And at least it's veg for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just hungry. I can't be hungry. I'm eating a loaf and a half of garlic bread because it's a Friday and I refuse to look after myself. So we have the enemy sight, and we have the creation of the follow tail. Now I think we have the hard part, which is them going and following you when they see you, which is going to be a bitch to do. Oh, sorry, a graph. So first things first. Turn the movement back on. Despite the fact that pretty sure all of this is going to get ripped out. Because at the moment that's very basic node-based movement. And it works. They get slidey. He sees me there, so he should then chase after me. So... did I make it say balls every time I get seen? I think I made it say balls every time I got seen. I am a child. Right. What have I got? I've got a graph that I don't understand. So, because we're manipulating the movement of the... right, so. So, we should probably just build off of this and build new movement code here. Can I... yeah. If I can just condense this down to a function. Yeah, if I can collapse that to a function. Excuse me? AI move to and delay cannot be placed in a function. Why not? No, seriously, why not? Why the fuck can't I put that in a function? Alright. You know what? Nah, fuck this. Okay, let's give me a branch. Branch with players with a get player is seen. We begin play. Check this branch. If it is false, we do this. If it is true, that'll only check. Shit. Alright, no, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. I'm being hasty and stupid. Okay, let's focus on this first, and then let's focus on them chasing you first, and then on them going away afterwards. Because the plan is that they see you, they chase you, you get out of their line of sight, they wait, they stop, and they wait for a second, and then they go back to their route. That's the ideal. How the fuck am I going to do that? Right. Okay, so we go. Give me an AI move to. Thank you. Oh. Give me a self, not sliff. Get a reference to self because that's the pawn we need. Right. I feel like we're just going to need to whoop, and then go whoop, move this way. This is going to get moved way out because it's going to get real complicated. So, we can get the AI to move somewhere. What we need is to give it the destination of a reference to the player. Which actually means I need to... That's an object reference. Is that an object? A pawn object reference. Okay. Can I get a cast to BP third person character? And then can I say that I'm the one casting to it? Okay. Right. BP third person character is not heard from enemy AI 1, so the cast will always fail. Shit. I need the location. Okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. So, next thing. So, what I could do, what would probably make the most sense is if I get from the set is scene. So, I've already got the cast of the third person character. Then I should just get then I should just create a new variable that is player location. That's an event dispatcher, not a variable. What the fuck am I doing? Player location, which will be another vector I can create as third person character. Get extra transform? No, not the transform. Is the transform I need? Yeah, that's the transform. Yes, the transform I need. So that should be a transform. So set player location, which is just that should happen there. So that'll give me the player location. Theoretically. Which means I should be over here able to go, oh, you see him? You go AI moved, get the AI moved to, get the self. So I should be able to get player location and okay, so I need to, can I do convert to vector? To vector? Add vector field components. Nope, that's... There's mathematics in there. I'm scared of it. All right, so... Why is that a vector? All right, so this needs to be a vector. Yeah, let's change the variable type. Shut itself. Blah, 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 blah. So. Get actor location. Yeah, get actor location. That's what I was looking for. I've been a twat. Because that should happen no matter what. Because it should still be running for your location, not the tail. A tail is just like makes you a bigger target. So, right. Okay, let's just get it chasing you for now. Let's work on that. Only if the player is seen. Default there. Okay, let's see how badly this shits itself. Here we go! Okay, so still moving on its normal things. I don't. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Okay. We've got something. We fucked up the material changes again, and he stopped chasing me. That's weird. Okay, that was a success-ish. Oh god, yeah, he's not happy with me. Okay, it's a success-ish. Are those things sitting at 90 degrees to where they should be? Have they been sitting at 90 degrees to where they should be the entire time? Because they're currently sliding at me sideways. Sweet zombified fuck. Yes, they are. Okay. Let's put that through 90. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. This is why I miss pivot points so much. Okay. File and save. This is definitely gonna make something worse. I mean, having the arrow, having the the direction arrow coming out of his dick is very useful, and I'm very glad that worked out because I was really worried it was gonna have to start working out like relative world spaces in the viewport, and that would have been annoying. So, let's see how this looks like. Oh fuck! It looks like instant death. That's probably a bit more what I'm after. Okay. I'm going to turn their movement. I'm going to turn their base movement off so that I get a chance to actually fuck with this. Because otherwise I'm just dying. Right. Okay. So. Follow me, motherfucker! Oh, okay. Okay, so we are getting some follow. We're getting some follow. I shouldn't have been able to... Yeah, that shouldn't have been able to happen. That shouldn't have been able to happen. Maybe I say your prototype into Souls like just a game that hates you, yeah. Yeah, play this version. It's literally impossible. Right. Okay. I'm just gonna have a quick look to see what the 90-degree shift is doing to how things look when they move on their tracks. So let's just let's break that and give that a second. Yeah, they look fine. Okay, that's good. Don't know why I didn't fix that before. Really don't know why. Okay. So. Here's what I need. A couple of things I need. What I need is to give them another... I need to give them something directly in front of them, because at the moment it's becoming very easy for them to just turn away very slightly and suddenly you can grab them, which you shouldn't be able to do. So what I'm thinking is that I just stick another primitive on, this time make it invisible, make it completely transparent, and have that respond in the same way as the cone collisions, and have that still set everything and it still count. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So basically just put a big fucking cuboid in front of his face. Because that'll also solve our height problem with the tails. That'll solve that problem. It means I don't have to go into Blender. So yeah, I need to add a static mesh, which I'm going to call... I'm just going to call that close sight, if I can fucking type. Pull that out of his junk. Make it a cube. Because fuck yeah, man, we love cubes. Let's just squash it a bit flat. Build it a bit up. Wish that the pivot point was somewhere else. Just extend it out a little bit there. That's when I realize it. Yep, I've put it in the wrong place. So I've put it too far to the side. Just So give it a. Right, what did I do with this? So give it the mannequin material to start with, because that's a good default. Actually, you know what? Nah, bollocks to that. Because it's not going to change color. It's going to maintain transparent. It's going to say transparent the entire time. So I need to create a new material, which is going to be called just invisible material, which I will use for whatever the fuck is invisible. Blend mode. Translucent. Nope. There we go. Oh. Enough hold out. Opacity. God, how did I do this with the earlier thing? It's been weeks since I've done the. It's been weeks since I've had a look at the. Since I did the material stuff. It was like 10 seconds of tinkering. Alpha parameter, thank you. Because I made these semi-transparent. Alpha. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? What did I say? These alpha composite with the pre-multiplied alpha. Okay, so let's do that. How did I get this? This was just a 0, 1, 0. That was just an RGB. Chroma key alpha? Okay. Oh my god, how did I do this last time? Shit. Create a new parameter. Right, cool. Nanite translucency. Let's do some shadowing usage. That's for shading. I am very stupid. Seriously, how the shit did I do this last time? Because I did it. Can I just... Nope, can't do that. Son of a bitch, how did I do this? Substrate is not enabled. And substrate is not enabled. Okay. Default lit. Give me a global. No. God damn it. Ugh. To the internet. Okay. One of the first things that I look up when I say this is a video that says, don't use alpha channels in Unreal 5. I will use what I know works. Failing that, rum. Okay, cool. How do I make material parameters? Fucking how? Okay, in the following ways. Right-click conversion. Promote to parameter. Yep, that'll help. Well, that worked. Fucking right-click on it and it's the only option. God damn it. Oh, I am not clever. Right. This, you get to be invisible material. I'm going to make it a bit wider as well. So probably out. Let's call it, yeah, let's call it out to there. I'll probably take it out of the floor a bit. Yeah, take it out of the floor a little bit. And that means that, yeah, okay. So, that means I can go close sight and I can go on component begin overlap, get this, and essentially just copy and paste the exact same fucking thing here. So I'm just going to shift that down. Don't want to know. I like to get better but slow. I'm just going to go Control D. And then just line that shit up. And then go connect all the nodes back together. And smack that and make a comment out of this lot. And just call it same shit as above, but with the close sight box. That is fine. Fucking move the... Stop giving me the thing to move it and then not moving it. Motherfucker. Thank you. It's probably because it's overlapping. But yeah, that means that this can sort of just shimmy in a little bit. That's all fine. And then we get the setting is seen to false if player leaves enemy in line of sight, and we do the exact same thing again. Get me the end overlap. Boop. And stop putting it in such stupid places. Just whack that down there. And go, hey, Control D, and then just shloop, shloop, and shloop. And then once again, oh. Second verse, same as the first. There, and once again condense things. That's fine. Second verse, same as the first. Right. Okay, that should solve that issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the movement. Yeah, okay, their movement is broken. I'm going to do... I'm going to walk up next to this. Oh, fuck. Okay, I got too close to him. Okay. I clearly didn't set something right because it's now activating the thing whenever I run into him. So I've missed something in my setup. So, category locations, probably mobility movable. Movable... Cone, start with tick enabled. Tick interval. No gravity. Turn off your gravity. Add impulse and replicate physics. There. Generate overlap events. Generate overlap events. Collision presets. Trigger. There we go. That all makes that a bit better. So let's try that again. And be less stupid. Right, because when I just go up next to him like this. Oh, I forgot to turn off the... Yeah, I think it works. Forgot to turn off the hunter-killer bit. Whoopsies. Right. So let's break that. Just so I can get a better look at it. Just always be careful with the testing and the modifying. because I go up to here. Okay, can you see me there? That's probably a bit far out. I probably want to keep... so I want to probably narrow it a bit. Yeah, I probably want to narrow it a bit, because that's the equivalent of that, of him being able to see me from that far away. So I probably want to narrow it a bit. Okay. I shall narrow. This is also the one stream where, because there's nobody else on the line, I can just put my music on. So, yeah, I'm getting a really fucking rad mashup of September and I think like a Weezer song going on here. So it's just, yeah, I'll tell you what, let's get it within his, let's put it within his arm's reach. Let's put it between his hands and then run it there. Because that means that, yeah. Cubes, man. Sorts everything. Gonna trigger it without, yeah. Yeah, because that's much closer. Because that's, I take like 2 more steps and I catch him. Probably move it a bit further forward though. Well, because that means I kind of, yeah, I've got some issues if I can't. Because that means I kind of have to catch him right in the back. What do you think? So let's actually shift it. Let's thin it a bit and then move it a bit forward. Like to there. Because that means I can still come in on the side and grab him. Yeah, without him without basically being seen and him fucking grabbing me. Nope, don't do that. Save that. Although I probably don't need to access the materials anymore. No, because I don't want to change anything about the vision code material. Alright, let's give this a whirl, because it means I can run up, go whoop. Hello, officer, nothing to see here, and BAM! Got him. But it also means that I can go here. Ah, we're still getting an issue here. Wonder why. Interesting. Put down his feet. Don't really need to be much above his head, but yeah. Let's get a bit, yeah, let's get it a bit closer to there. Smidge. And then kind of, because that covers that as an area. Yeah. I didn't fix anything. I didn't turn the movement back on. So, okay. Let's turn the following back on. And turn this back on. And get ready to run like hell. Right, so now at the moment, they chase you and they stop. Ooh. That's interesting. That's interesting. We're flickering now. It wasn't flickering before when he was chasing you. It wasn't flickering before when he chased you. Could it be that having multiple of these overlaps makes this difficult? Interesting. That bugs the shit out of me. Sorry. Yeah. Interesting. So that's not really a problem. So acceptance radius is 0 because it's trying to run smack bang into you. Yeah. So I'm going to tinker with this a bit more. How long are we going? God, been at this an hour and a half already. Oh, time flies when you're having fun and drinking rum. Run away, run away. Because he goes green again. He flickers. And then he goes... Oh, he's trapped now. Because he stayed red there. Wait, what? Wait, hang on a fucking second. No, hang on a fucking second. Whoop. Chase me. Okay. Chase me. Chase me. Bish. Because he stays green when he's chasing me. Which shouldn't be happening anymore. I fixed that. I fixed that. Okay. Okay. Always the check. Always the check. Let's just kill that. And kill that. Because it was working before. It was working. Okay. Ah, shit. Diddly done broke again. Okay, I think that was. I think that's close enough to his path. He's still willing to follow me. So he stays red when he's following me. I don't know how that happened, and I think the ball just pinged off into space. Okay, so is this an issue or isn't it? Because that stayed red until I left this area. What the fuck is going on? Fuck it. Let's put that back in. Does that still break it? Because that one stays red, but this one doesn't. Mental. Okay, I think that might be it, because if I'm losing... Because it's only set when you enter or leave the volume. So if I'm leaving the close sight, it resets it to nothing. That, I think, is what's happening. And I'm wrong! Come on. Go red and follow me, you... Okay. Well, anyway. So we're just going to run a delay, which is going to be 2 whole seconds. Then when it's completed... Nope. And when it is completed, I am legit just going to run it into that. And see if that works. So, bam. Run, run, run. Well, it worked. Okay, that shouldn't be happening. First guy... Okay, that... That's... Okay, now he's going fully on his route again. Right. Can I get him a... One of those things where I really wish I could get... Oh! I could see variables easier. There's got to be something. Okay. I'm going to just check something to be sure, because I'm not sure if that... Right. If... Because he's supposed to get to the end of his thing, wait, come back, get to the end, wait, come back, and just do. Is that just what they've been doing this whole time? Is that just what they've been doing this whole time? They've only been waiting at one end. That does mean I need to fix the... That does probably mean I need to fix the movement code. So I just... break that. Just check for... Have I just been ignoring how their movement works this entire time? No, because they're getting to the top, waiting, turning around and coming back. Like, that's how it should work. So why isn't it? So why is it bugging? It's because it's getting called every tick. It's because it's getting called every tick. And every tick where it says it's false, it sets the material, activates the delay, and then returns to this. Right. Shit. Right. It's got to be a... It's one of those things, right? Okay, so it means that this delay gets called every time. What I need is like a return to default function. It means that this lot's all being called every frame rather than just once when it begins and then looping. I'm not sure how to deal with that, actually. I'm genuinely not sure how to deal with that. Yeah, because they're going at random lengths as well. They're going random lengths and waiting for random times. So that kind of works, but not to a degree where it's actually usable. But I still need some way to get back to this. No. Huh. Right. Right. So let's see what happens if I just remove the delay. Just remove the delay and move it and just feed it straight into the movement code. I worry that this means that they'll all just give up way too easy. Which, yep, that's true. And it means that it's trying to run the entire movement script every frame. That's so not going to work. Okay. So I am going to have to rebuild the entire movement script. Okay. Because I can't put fucking AI move to in a function. Oh. Because that's the thing is, this event runs once. This event runs once. So I can't just put a branch in the middle there and say, hey, if return to default is true, then do all this. Because it just won't run. I'll give it a fucking try, but, you know. Let's go delay. Remove my delay of 2 seconds. Give me another variable, which is going to be a is at default. No, because hang on. No, because what'll happen is yeah, hang on, no. Hang on. If I go delay. No, because that still runs the problem of it running the entire movement script every tick, and that doesn't work. Because I built it as a loop, and it's set up to tick. Shit. Right. I'm sick of zooming all over my bloody blueprint to do this. Let's just... no. Shift all that. Shift all that down here. Keep things looking. Right, so what I'm thinking is player is no longer seen. Because every time it's going to check if player is not seen. And we're only on this track where the player is not seen. If I do this, it doesn't go well. But let's test if it can work. Can it work without the begin play? Does it still work? Yeah, they still move. They're still trying to execute the entire thing in a second. Less than a second, a 60th of a second. Isn't good. This is a difficult one in terms of resetting and pathing. That's the thing with trying to put a... Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. Oh, no. I'm going to take this. I'm going to set it in amber over here. And I'm going to try something else. I'm going to create a new vector, which is just called point. And I'm going to create a variation of this loop. AI move to. Pawn is self. Destination is point. Which compile. On success. Run a delay. All right, no, don't mess about. Give me a delay. Thank you. That was 1 second previously. Okay. And when that is completed, what we're going to do is we are going to set point. No, we're not. We're going to get a branch. Yeah, branch. And I'm going to make another Boolean called if point 1. So if point 1, which we're going to get, default is going to be true. Then we are going to, because point is going to default as point 1. We're going to default this to being point 1, which means that first time this happens, it'll go to point 1. And then when it gets to point 1, it'll wait for a second and then go into this branch and check if it is point 1. If it is truly point 1, then what we do is we set point to be point 2 in this instance. And then we set if point 1 to false. If it is false, we set point to the value of 0.1. At which point we set if 0.1 to true. We set that to true. Okay, so theory is game runs, immediate thing happens. We check, we go there, we check this on the tick. First tick sets the material, and then it says the AI should move itself to this point, which defaults to point 1 originally. And then after a second, it'll go and check if it is supposed to be heading to point 1. Essentially, I've just rebuilt the loop to work within the format of the thing. Hopefully, this will behave itself. Okay, that is not working, especially because the point 1 for each of them is set differently. Shit. Cool. That's doable though. So I go there. We're still running. I think we're still running into the same problem though. Where if I set point, I can set point 1. No, because that'll run it to set it as point 1 every single time. Bollocks! No, we just... No, that's not going to work. Damn it! Alright. This ain't working. That did not work. Okay. I need it to return to a path. Yeah, the blackjack and hookers are a later thing to be added in AMT. That's for later. For now, I'm just trying to, get to work. Right. Right. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function, which is just going to be return to the path. That's the thing, is I cannot collapse this to a function. For some reason you cannot collapse AI move into a function. I'll make sure to add some later. Because for now, anything hooker like looks like this. Look at that. It's got an arrow for a dick and a giant cone for a vision. Yeah. Anyway, so I can't... Any of the movement stuff, I can't turn it into a function so that I can run that. So... It's just to indicate it's forward vector, don't worry. It's not... That's what it's for, I swear. There isn't just... we're not going to be running around trying to deal with robots with arrows coming out of their dicks. Probably, to be honest. I'm just trying to work out the logic of what should happen here, because I don't actually know if collapsing it to a function is what will help me here, because my problem is that at the moment any movement, because I built a very, very basic pathing movement, which I get the horrible feeling I'm going to have to go and do the very complicated pathing movement that I'm sure exists. But anything that I try and do that is like, okay, go to this point, wait, then go to this other point, wait, repeat. Go back and then repeat. Anything I try and do that, anything that I try and do with that, connected to this, the event tick, which is currently setting my, have I seen the player thing, is it basically tries to do the entire thing every frame. It tries to do the entire loop every frame, which means you just end up with the little guys going like that, which is not great. So, I'm just trying to remember. I'm trying to work out the logic here, because it might. So right, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to stop being a twat. Always a good first step, because I've just realised what the fucking problem could be. Because if I go here, I've got my event begin play, we've got our movement script. So, every time it's chasing somebody, that resets. So, this is going to run no matter what. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 2 checks here. I'm going to put in a couple of checks either side of this
either side of the delay. Which is actually if it's false, not if it's true. Because it's if player is seen as false. Because then it'll go. Alright, because we should still be checking. I should actually be putting this in on a failure as well. No, let's see if this works just this way first, and then go on a failure. Fucking hoof it back to your thing. Come and find me! Whoop whoop! Okay, yeah, that's not worked. Oh, it has improved massively. I mean, when I first started learning, I was peddling about with like old Unity, and I've done a little like I've had brief glances at Game Maker and RPG Maker, and yeah, man, so much shit is done. It's just so much cleaner for you now. That's one of the reasons I decided to get back into this, because I haven't done actual coding in so long. Because when I was in university doing my degree and learning all this stuff, I picked up Blueprints. I went, yeah, I don't like them, because I've been pretty hard into like actually coding things, and Blueprints just felt wrong to me. Let's just try this. Let's just see if that works. Because that loop will still run. Assuming. Nope, fuck. I'm doing alright. Hey, I think that worked! I think that did the thing! Yes! It worked! I can build it. If I build an extra delay into the loop, it worked! Yes! Yes! But yeah, to answer your question, I'm doing alright. I had my week back in Glasgow, but doing alright. Yeah, I'm just back up. I've got my old job back, so I'm working a bar during the days, which is a lot better than working in one at night. I'll tell you that much. It's a lot easier, but yeah, it's a shame to have to take up an extra job, because I need the money. I ran out of money. But I'm doing alright. Fantastic. I'm in Glasgow at the. I probably shouldn't be saying this. I probably shouldn't be saying my movements on something that's going to be live and recorded on a stream that's going to be put up. But I'll be around. I'll be up and down from Glasgow fairly often. So maybe I'll see you. Nice. Wait, UKSG? UK Scottish Games? UK? No, my brain is fried. What's UKSG? United Kingdom speedrunning. Oh right, speedrunning gathering. Speedrunners, you're all mad. But you know what? If you're mad for a good cause, I'm alright with that. I need to build that delay. That's what I need to do. So, on a success, we still have the... On a failure, we still have the delay. Which I'm going to extend. I'm going to make that 2 seconds and see if that behaves. So I'm not sure if I was just not noticing it very much. Which particular crisis are you going to be fundraising for? 1, 2. They're back. 1, 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the delay works fine. Oh, mother of God. All right. All right. That's the following done. That's the vision done. That's a lot of the bones of it, of the functionality done. I just need to... You're speedrunning Scott Pilgrim. Okay. That is gonna be one of those ones that is a pain in the ass to do. But you know what? Good luck to you, man. And you know what? Homeless Shelter's big fan of them. Wish we didn't have to fucking use them. You know, it'd be great if we didn't have a massive homelessness crisis in this country. But you know, it's just one of those things that comes with being an incredibly developed first world power. I'm trying not to talk politics. The election's just been making me sad. Because I'm not gonna lie, as much as I am very, very happy to see the Tories ousted after 14 years, I'm very worried that with the current style of Labour, it's going to be, here comes the new boss, same as the old boss. And when the Conservatives are currently the opposition, and you know, Rishi Sunak's the leader of the opposition, I'm a little worried that fuck all's really going to change. Because I don't trust Keir Starmer to not be as much of a right-wing knobhead as the rest of them. That's made me sad now. Alright, I'm just going to check something. Right, sorry, I'm getting fucking spaced out here. Oh, some of my alarms. You know what? The executable for this may I don't know. It's going to be a long time coming because I'm only working on it 3 hours a week during these streams. It doesn't get touched otherwise. And the thing that the company's working on is probably not fit for speedrunning because it's going to be a very... Oh, mate. If I give you a game and you break its back, just all you need to do is tell me, and I'll be like, right, is this an okay exploit, or do we have a problem? But the plan, at least for this, is that I'm gonna basically make a proof of concept level. Once all the mechanics are put together, I'll erase the base Unreal playground that we've got here, build a decent level, and then just go. I mean, at the moment, it's a broken piece of shit that I'm putting together, so it might be fucking Bethesda exploit, to be honest. Right, I think one of the things I need to do with this is, at the moment, these guys, Chummy Boy here with the fucking the cone coming out his face, can only go between 2 points, and I have built it that way, so I need to find a way to what I need is a vector array that I can run through. And I'm just going to call it points with an N, not points. And I'll try and remember how to do arrays in this fucking. I need to remember how to do arrays in Unreal because it's been a long time. So how do I create an array? For those of you not so programming bent, an array is basically just like a list. It's basically like a numbered list of shit. Oh, that's how you do. There's a little drop down. Okay, so we get points. So what I need to do is essentially That's the thing, is like does it ship? You ask the question, does it ship? If yes, it's fine. Don't need to fix it anymore. The modders will sort it out. That's the Bethesda. That's always the Bethesda idea. But anyway, yes, I need to. God, I really have not slept properly. I need to run the points into this and then change this so it's going AI move to, delay, move to next point, move to, delay, move to next point, and loop through that. So the round structures are allowed? Are disallowed. Okay. Okay, so if I go, yeah, let's just break that. Points. This 0 point array element. 1. Right, no, because we need. Fuck, this is the thing. Aye, fair enough. Feel free to lurk as much. That's kind of the point of these streams, is that you get to stick something on in the background while I fiddle with a thing, and it feels like there's somebody else around. Because I know it helps my workflow. If it helps yours, or you just like listening to me widgeting, then feel free. Right, so what I need is to run through it. You run through it all, and then I need to. Oh, knees. Oh, old man knees now. So I need to go. This needs to be editable on each instance because each point needs to change. Yeah. Oh. Right. So yeah, I need to be able to run all the points into this, but I need to have the array needs to be big enough that it can contain as many possible points as needed. So the real question is, can I check the... I am clicking on the wrong thing. I'm trying to get the cube. That's a cube, right? Okay, so you can add elements individually. Right, that solves all of my problems. That solves all of my problems. Yeah, that solves literally all of my problems. Okay. That solves literally every single problem I was going to have. So that's good. Does mean I've got to do this manually, which is a little annoying. There's probably some automatic way of doing this that will do nicely. But it means I can add in whatever points are as necessary. That's fine. Just means that I need to add a points. So I need to get the... Okay, so that's fine. That I can do. I can do a integer of points index, which is not a vector and not an array. It's a single. So okay. So if I just go, if I just go this, and I go, let's do that, but put in a no, don't do that, do it after the delay. Okay, and if I did, so we set point index to points index. We do that by going, give me an add. Comes out to there. So Get me points index. Get points index. Plus 1. So that runs us to... Because that gives us... That's basically our n plus 1. That's basically our n plus 1 function there. Yeah, that's our n. That's our... Go to reference n. After that, go to reference n plus 1. Now I need to put in a bit here that says, when you've hit the end of the array, go back to element 0. So yeah, I need to get the... So yeah, I need to get the... Yeah, I need to get a resetting function in here that would be checking for... So it would be a branch that if it was true... I should break that. If it was true, we would set points index. We'd be getting a setter for points index. And then we would set it back to 0. I would set it back to 0 and then we'd move on with our fucking lives. Do that, but if it's false, then we do... If it's false, then we just skip that and go straight to there. Cool. So I need to set the condition. And I have no idea how the fuck I'm going to do this in Blueprints. Because in code, it would just be in the actual if statement, in the branch itself. You would go, if points index is greater than points dot size, then bleh, and reset to 0. Okay, so give me a greater than. Points index immediately after this is greater than that. Then can I get points? And can I get array size? Yeah, that's length. Yeah, so that works. That God, it's really fucking weird changing it from just word-based things into like spatial awareness that you kind of have to do with this. It's weird. Fun though. So yeah, that is if. That's the if. If points index is greater than points dot length, then set points index to 0. I'm gonna keep points index visible so I can keep an eye on it. Then do that. Because it'll start at 0. Because points index will start at 0. Right? It'll start at 0. And then it'll go. Yeah. So at the moment, this should still work as originally intended, as it originally does. So I'm going to do. I'm going to break that just to deal with it. I'm going to see if this still behaves as it should. Okay. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the delays are getting longer. The delay gets a bit longer. Did I accidentally... Did I set it to be longer? 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Let's get it back to 1 second and see if that's... So, oh, that's 12 seconds. So, we begin, we move to point 0. Okay. Success or fail. We delay. Then we set points index to points index plus 1. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, so we're still getting the points index. And we're still going to the point register to that. And then cool. Right, let's see if it works with the well, let's see if it behaves itself with the shorter delays, because we're getting real delayed at the end there, at the end of their routes. Doot, 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 doot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, he waits at the end for 2 seconds longer. Huh? It was just taking me a minute to... For some reason, I think the delays on the movement are getting longer. At one end than the other. So... This should theoretically work, because of the way I've built it and because it works now. If I add more points in, it'll scale infinitely and it'll work. It might just be because there's more... No, because there's a bunch of stuff after this delay. So... Maybe if I just reduce... Maybe if I just... Honestly, maybe if I just go 0.75. If I just shorten that delay, will that work? Will that just make it work better? Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's still twice the length. Alright. You are witnessing technical bodgery at its finest. Because fuck it, if I can't work out why the delay is longer, just shorten the fucking delay. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 4 seconds. I did only increment it down by 0.5. So let's really pare it down and go 0.125. Because it's working on a 10-point scale, not on a scale of seconds. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that gets it down to 3. So let's go with 0.05. See if that behaves itself a bit better. And that means that the delays will be okay. 1, 2, that's fine there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting closer. Just having to increment 0.0125. Fuck it. Pare it down massively. Make it a tiny ass delay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's still. That's weird. Still waiting to 3. Fuck it, stick an extra 0 in there, see what happens. Fine tuning, fine tuning. Okay, 1, 2. Up there, we go 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to live with that. Because that's a delay of 1, and then that's a delay of a tiny fraction of it. So, you know what? Bollocks. If it works, it works. Let's see if this new setup does still work with the chase and the return. Okay, run. Goes back. Oh, there's a bit of a slingshot in there. Slingshot. And then they go back to their patrol route fairly easily. There's a few things. There are, of course, going to be a few things that I can tidy up around here. For example, the way they snap round 180 is probably not great for a stealth game. I mean, it's workable. It's workable if you have the full top-down perspective and no fog of war. But they should still rotate. It would be nice if I could get them to rotate, but that'll involve messing with quaternions, which are a thing in mathematics that I once said them to the best engine programmer that I know, and he burst into tears. So I'm a bit loath to manage them. I've managed them in 2D space. They're not really a problem in 2D space, but they're apparently a bitch in 3D. So that works to a certain degree. I don't like that they're now, as soon as they lose sight of you, they're immediately snapping around. Maybe if I just whack a delay in here. Maybe I just whack a 2-point delay in here. Maybe that'll fix it. Because that'll probably execute. That'll execute before anything else. Hopefully that's not going to execute a 2-second delay. Oh shit. Alright. Let's get a bit of a chase on, shall we? Oh fuck, I got too close. Fuck. Chase. No, he's still... He was looking straight at me and he just gave up. Oh, he got to a point on his fucking thing. He got to a... Right, that's a problem. If he gets to a point on his path when he's chasing me, the pathing takes back over. Shit. He stops chasing you. Shit. Right. The music stopped as well. Right. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so don't know how much I can get fixed in the next half hour. So I'm just gonna make I'm gonna make notes. Done that. I haven't done the bit right yet. AI pathing. So what I need is I need to improve the delay after they stop chasing you. I need to improve the delay when they stop chasing you. I need to fix the cone materials because they're still being a bit glitchy. I need to fix pathing interruption while chasing, and I need to clean up the tail following because it's still a bit jank. You know what? To be honest with you, I'm gonna just experiment with something. Give me the fucking character mesh. Carbonating. You can call me. Never mind. The sphere is what is doing the thing. So I'm just gonna whack this into being a trigger and see what happens. At which point I'm gonna turn that off to test it a bit better, see if it behaves itself. Because if I make the spheres into triggers, that theoretically removes their okay, that's a fucking problem. That's a fucking problem. Because if it hits it's supposed to be, if it hits the tail, you die. Oh, I closed the bloody editor, didn't I? Full of time. Honestly, yeah. I should just put I should just put a thing. Cast to enemy AI1. If you just run into that, then just fucking quit game. And then just run the same thing. I don't know if I'd actually done that yet. I genuinely do not know if I'd ever set up the tail crashing into the tail being a thing. Yeah, I'd only done it with the player, so guess that fixes that. That fixes that bug that I didn't realize I hadn't implemented. Ah, shit. No, it's whenever it's seen. Okay. Right. Okay. Wait a fucking second. Okay. Okay, I think by making them triggers, that was bad. Because it didn't actually solve the problem. So, block all dynamic. Let's run with that. Because that means it can pass through triggers. I'm gonna get that. I'm just gonna put this in his way. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, for fuck's sake! Right. Oh, my desktop. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Yeah. So. That's a block all dynamic. What is the fucking component? What are we operating with on this? Piss. Okay. Okay, right. This motherfucker. Right, you're a trigger. You're a trigger. You're not a trigger. I've made a boo-boo somewhere. Fun. I have done something. You know what? Well, if I do no collision, then you can't actually run into the fucking things. That's the thing. If I go bang, that still kills me. What? I've done something, and I've done something to this, and that's why I'm doing it on hit. I'm doing it on overlap, not hit. Whoops. Whoops. Because when it's overlap, it's when that triggers when it overlaps with the trigger volume that is the cone, not when it hits a physical object. Whoops. Okay, let's try it this time and try to be less stupid about it. Oh. Right. That seems a little bit... That actually seems a little bit nicer. The camera's still a bit juddery, but it doesn't seem that this is... It doesn't seem like this is causing many issues. That somehow... That does seem like it's... Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. Interesting. Just turn off the movement for a second so I can just very easily do this, because that looked to me like I have the tail. As soon as I Okay. Yeah, it was a false positive here. Right. Okay. Okay, sphere collision. See, I need a collider. I need a collider for it to work. So if I do just no collision on this, and I turn these, and I turn the movement back on, pretty sure that he'll just walk straight through it. So I pick that up, get it along the line here. Oh, it does work. Okay, so it still kills you. Okay, so turn the movement off, give it a try. See how this is running around. So you'd think setting its collision system to no collision would mean you'd be able to walk through it, but it doesn't, so that says to me that there's something else going on here. Kinematic mesh, maybe? Because they're bumping into each other, and that's a problem. So, I need to fucking sort this camera out. So that camera's juddering. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. Let's just see what I mean. That is an idea, but that's actually quite complicated to do to make it recognize collision. That's more complicated to do to make it recognize collisions of only one object but not another. And I'm not sure how to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to try and turn on the overlap thing, so although they might start merging together when I do that. The interesting thing, because if I'm trying to do collision exclusion, that is a lot, and I don't know, and I'm really not sure how I would do that. I'm gonna see what happens when I just turn off collision, and see if it behaves itself. And more importantly, okay, so it runs up. That hasn't actually changed anything. That hasn't changed shit. Kinematic mesh is my ass. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. That's kind of what I've been doing. That's the if close to X, then restrict movement. Well, in the AI move to here, it has an acceptance radius, which is this little bit, which is basically how close it can get before it stops rather than running into you. And that's what I've been using to manipulate it crashing into itself, into others. Getting it to stop crashing into itself is a little harder. I think it would look a lot less bad if the camera wasn't doing that thing that it's been doing, that juddering thing, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. But on the subject of actually collision channels, I might actually be able to do that in here. It turns out there might actually be something in here. So if we go block all dynamic, which I think is the default, I'm not allowed to edit anything. If I go, do I have a custom? I have a custom. It means I can ignore certain things. Let's try query only. Let's see if that behaves itself. Which means I'll probably have to change that. Let's also turn on the movement again, because that's the only way I'm going to test if this still kills me. Yeah, cameras are weird. I don't know what it is. It seems like it's like catching on something. Yeah, see where it kind of... Yeah, that kind of thunk thunk. Oh, you're not following me, are you? Are you following me? Okay, you're following me properly now. And you're still colliding with me. I've got to assume that you're still gonna... Oh, no! Come on. Come on! Okay, I think the... yeah, I think turning off its physics is... Yeah, I think turning off its physics was a bad idea. It seems to have made the following problem worse. So let's not do that. No idea. Yeah, cameras are cunt. Right, score to 10. I should probably go to bed. I'm not getting this finished tonight, so. But I'm quite happy with the progress I've made. I've basically rebuilt the enemy pathing to essentially scale infinitely with points. I've made my own. Yeah, I'm working and I'm doing some stuff with Chris in the evening. Away from the public eyes, but yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress I made today. Managed to get the pathing done, rebuilt that, and again all to count and fix nicely. So right, yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll be back next week. Well, I might jump in. I might jump in if I'm bored at work and see what's what. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Chris and I will probably be doing more random bullshit on Monday night. That'll be nice. That'll be 8 till 10 on Monday. That'll be nice. Right, I'm gonna go to bed. Night, everybody.